So got it stitched to the end here at the opening here at the end, and you see that I put a tap unit in here with a ring, and this is so it can be connected to the belt with a tie or a clip. We need to work on the base now. In order to do the base, we figure out what the diameter of it is, and take a piece of cardboard, get yourself a nice little tool, and measure that out to exactly halfway, and set it down, spin it around, end up with a nice little unit like that. So then you can put on a little heavier leather, because that's where the tips are going to be hitting. So you want to make sure you have a heavier leather at the base of your quiver, as well as it keeps the weight of it down when you don't have anything in it. And then you need to line up your holes, and basically you set it on there and you mark where all your holes are, and then back to the hole punch. Punch your holes all in, and at this point here you have your sinew set up, and I would recommend using curved needles on this. It's a lot easier. And you'll just start by basically, you want to start on the end that's where your lap is, right here. The lap. I went a little fast there. Slow it down. And the cat's getting a lot of love in there around the camera person. Beautiful wife of mine. And you're just going to basically, my glasses on so I can see things, line it up with your first hole. And the first couple that you do, they're going to be a little loose, but it's the same concept as when you're putting the two lips together. You put one in, and then when you bring your second one, you want to make sure that you're not going to be going into the actual thread itself. So you have to take your time to do that. Just like that. You may have to have yourself your trusty pliers. Make sure you always pull straight down, straight down. If you tilt it, you'll snap that eyelet off and you'll lose the needle. And you'll have to run back to the dollar store, which has the best price on these curved needles, and purchase more. So I'm going to continue doing this all the way around and come back when we start doing the cap end. I'm going to do this in a nice beautiful deerskin after I dye this a nice rich brown.
Okay.
So we have the end all nicely sewn on. You see I used a crisscross stitch on that. Gives it a little decorative instead of for a straight stitch, buck stitch like that. Nice crisscross. And then it's nicely dyed up. This is a decided to go with a saddle tan color, and has a wax finish on it, atomic wax finish. I like to run my dye like this so it looks like it's a piece of wood, kind of blends in. Gives that, and then it will turn in nice and rich as you out in the weather and you get rain on it and sun. It'll really turn really beautiful and patine nicely. So now in order to do the final finish off, in the entryway here, I'm going to go ahead and do a deerskin wrap piece. I just got a piece of deerskin that has a natural end on it. We're going to be turning that into fringe. And I counted how many holes I have and made sure that I have the right amount of holes and fits in the right circumference. And I pre-prepped the holes. With that, there's another type of hole punch you can use. This is really good for doing for deerskin and very, very thin leather, especially if you're stitching a lot. And I happened to purchase this one here at Tandy Leather. They have it there. I recommend it as a hole punch. This one here, you just put it and line it up to the size hole you want, and just punch the holes in just like that. Go pretty quick. You will find that once in a while you have to turn it and then get a fine needle or a paper clip and clean out the holes. Line up the big one and clean out the main hole, because sometimes they get stacked from the type of deerskin processing. Makes it stick inside. Alright, so now we're going to put this together, and I left enough on the end, and if you didn't leave enough on the end, you can just start here at the very top hole. I have regular needles on this. And I want to have this have the look of the suede natural on the outside and finished on the inside. It's my preference. I'm going to line up the first hole. Just start on the inside. Go through this one, through the next one. Pull it in, just snug it slightly. Take our other needle and go right back through, and make sure that you're not grabbing onto the thread of the other one when you do it. You can either go from the top or from the inside, the outside or the inside. And you just continue doing this all the way around until you get to the other side. It is all time consuming, and that's why when you get a product that's handmade by Beaver Mountain Works, you're getting quality. You're not just getting somebody who mindlessly just throws it on a sewing machine and runs a quick stitch over. On specific items that we hand stitch, we take that extra TLC to give you that quality of old world workmanship. If you need to, you can always flip it back a little bit just to make sure you can see where the next hole is. Always make sure you keep them taut. Keep the thread taut once you pull it through. Once you get both sides pulled through, we want to just take it and give it a little bit of a pull. And it countersinks your thread then, which also protects it. And see how this has a nice little lip on the top here now? Just on the edge there. Right there. That way, when this is all the way around, it's a finished edge. And you'll see that when we drop the arrow in. So I'm doing the fringe now that I've got that beautiful piece of deerskin on there. And basically what you do is you just take your pair of scissors and you go in about 1/8 of an inch up to 1/4 of an inch. So it all depends on you. And you just cut it on up. It's a monotonous job, but somebody's got to do it right. You have a very nice decorative quiver when it's all done. And as you see, the deerskin, the nice thing about it is it got an elasticity to it. So you can leave it like this, traditional normal fringe coming off of it, or you can take some trusty water and you can dip the fringe ends into the water and moisten it. And take the ends and twist them. Makes them get really long and twisty. It's one of the First Nations ways of making your fringe decorative. Fringe had multiple purposes. We'll be doing a video on fringe and different types of fringe and how to make the fringe. So I hope you've enjoyed this mini series we've done, making your own quiver. You dream it, we make it. beavermountainworks.com. See us on our YouTube channel. Like us, share us. Take care now.